Hey everybody, welcome back to another building Vibroblade Ridge video. Actually, I meant to check something here on my phone, but I'm doing that. I want to let you know, obviously this is a week 0.5, so it's 21.5. I didn't want to do a 0.5 segment, but I'd rather do a 0.5 segment than no segment. That being said, I really have no parts left. Like, this is what I got left for my 1x2s, which isn't bad, but that just means I can do detailing and maybe a little bit work on the blown out sections. But the problem is I'm completely out of brown 1x2s, so that means really I can't, because since now the rest is mixing those two, I can't do anything with it. Same thing with the trenches. I'm out of slopes, so I have to order in a whole bunch more slopes. But another reason why I kind of want to get this video out is I didn't want to give away that shout out. I meant to look at it before I started here, but I didn't, so we're gonna look it up actually right now. I'm watching something in my room. So let's see, who was it? Because one person commented the time, then the other person actually commented what I was looking for. Ah, yes. So, shout out to Practical Bricks. I know him, actually. He's a big follower of mine on Instagram as well. So shout out to you, bud, for the, you know, I did say, tell me you're wrong, I'm wrong, you know, and that's what you said. The other guy, he actually got the last shout out I did. It was the same guy. He just said, he just corrected me on the week. So I thought, I wanted to A, give someone else a chance for a shout out, and B, he did say, Hunter, you're wrong, and I did, you know, recall in the video I said, tell me I'm wrong. So shout out to you, buddy. Good job with that. And I'd love to do more for you, but I'm placing an order either tonight, so Friday night, or tomorrow night, or tomorrow during the day, which is Saturday. I had a couple days off. I had to do some reading and stuff like that. But another thing is, if I can reach some, I am starting to get a whole bunch of these battle packs. I know some people online that are like, Hunter, why are you buying a bunch of battle packs? That seems, just go to Bricklink, order off a whole bunch. And one thing I've noticed, A, is I don't want to order from a bunch of different people if I don't have to. And then B, the discount I get at work kind of makes it worth getting this. Because, yeah, I can get a whole bunch of these figures. That way I just have A, figures to custom, figures to use for whatever. You know, torsos, heads, hands, especially the hands. The flesh hands are like gold in my opinion, at least for my collection, because I don't have any spare flesh hands. So, you know, getting a whole bunch of these and having a whole bunch of flesh hands would be great, especially because when I did one of my drum lines, I know this is kind of getting a little off topic, but when I did one of my drum lines out of Lego, I used all my Rebel Soldiers flesh hands, because those are the only flesh hands I had, and I really didn't use those guys. Sorry if I'm stuffed up, being down here in my basement, I'm kind of a little sick, but I used all my flesh hands, so in a sense, this is going to allow me to also replace those. By the time my discount's over with, it could cost just as much as someone would charge at on Bricklink. You know, I'm not saying everyone. Honestly, most places I find are going to be $3, maybe $4 cheaper. But if I can only get like 2 clones from him, I don't want to order his 2 clones and then go to Joe Smo and order his 9 clones and then go. It's just 100 times easier for me to do this. For those of you who do know, I do work at a Legoland Discovery Center. So, you know, the discount helps. I promote my own business. And like I said, I'm going to get a lot of kind of these cool parts to mess around with. I mean, say what you want. Everyone's got their own way. For me, this is just easier, especially for ordering. Also, because I've been ordering a lot of other stuff online, and it just allows me to save my card without putting it at risk that much. Granted, the other stuff I'm ordering probably isn't from any better site or any worse site, but it's just kind of right now, it's like, well, if I'm using my card for this, I should probably use my cash for that. For those of you who are younger, when you get a kind of credit card and you're responsible about it, I know some of you out there aren't, so don't lie to me and say you all are, because I have run into this once or twice. Just, you know, once this happened 1 month, I went crazy, or like I used it to buy some. Anyways, that's not the point here. But I got to divide it up smart. Also, it limits me on how many of those I can get. You know, it's one of those things, when you get a card, you'd be like, oh, wow, I can do this. And I kind of did that the other month. I ordered in like 7 things from offline. Now, granted, they were all like $20 or less. But it kind of was like, oh, crap, I get my bill. It's like, where did I spend like $200? Oh, yeah, because I bought all those items, you know, offline, you know. So it's kind of, by doing that, I know I'm taking cash. So for those of you who are going to try to talk me out of buying a whole bunch of battle packs, there's kind of my reason why. It's easier for you to monitor how much money I'm using, just because I mainly use cash in store. So it's like, oh, dang, I pulled out $200 from my account. I don't want to use more, where if I use, you know, like a card, I get my bill. It's like, where did I spend $400? Because you'll notice you can spend up to double. And I don't want to sit here and preach to you how to use your card. But, you know, it's just the truth. So that's how I'm doing it. I don't care what any of you guys say. That's it. So expect maybe next week. I want to say next week. Because obviously we won't have anything to build. My goal is to double what I have. I want to say I have around somewhere between 7 and 10 of those right now. So I want to get, you know, double that. So I might be able to do a shorter segment where I unbox it all and put it on there. Another thing I might do is kind of start laying out the droids. As well as I'd like to lay out the figures, but since it's not all done, I don't want to. But since the bottom's also pretty close to done, what we could do is we could start looking at detailing the bottom with the crates and some other stuff. I guess that'll leave you guys to decide right here if you made it through this video, because I kind of rambled here and there. Should I add brown on the bottom as well? We're kind of up at the top. It's war-torn, so, you know, you do have that mixture of color. Should I leave it all mainly dark tan down below where the shuttle and the camp is going to be, where the clones are coming up from? Or should I also mix brown in there? If I don't mix brown in there, I can go ahead and I can actually kind of start to finish that up. If I choose to do brown, it's not going to hold me back, and honestly, I'd probably just alternate. Instead of just adding more, I just rip up about half of the dark tan and put brown in there. So let me know, brown downtown, you know, I know that sounds weird, but why not go for something funny, you know? So answer that question, brown below the cliff or not. Otherwise, I'm going to let you all go. Sorry for no real video this week, but it's just how the chips fell. It stinks because I have had a lot of time this week. This is kind of like my alternate weekend where I don't have to go to the academy on Saturday. So it's like crap, first weekend where I can actually do stuff, but I have nothing to work. I mean, really, I had these so I can get like the bases of the blown out area done and some other stuff. You know, some larger, with the larger where the cannons are, I can, you know, get that perimeter kind of set. Without the mixture of colors, I don't want to do too much, because then I'll be doing what I originally did with those first kind of 4 foxholes I made. I have to dig half of it up and redo it, and a lot of them are the way I like them. It's, you know, and for me, if I like it one way and I dig it up, I have to put it back the same way. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my mind. But otherwise, I'm going to let you go like I was saying. So please rate, comment, subscribe. Please answer that question, and I'll see you in my next video.